Hi everybody. Of course I hear the landscape people out there, so pretty soon you'll be hearing a buzz. So listen, how are y'all doing? First of all, I want to tell you guys how grateful I am. And I also am very grateful for YouTube because I didn't want to do this. And I've told you guys this story before, but when my guide said I was at Kirsten Third Eye Champagne, and she does a beautiful thing with her lights, and this girl knows what she's doing. And I had been a guest on her show and came home, and they said to me, "You're going to do a video." And I'm like, "What?" I didn't want to have to get up and brush my hair. And they said, "Linda, you'll help calm people down." And I get more feedback from people saying, "Just thank God for you. You calmed us down." And I'm honored that you guys say that. So, but I want to thank the YouTube people, because I know we have a lot of psychics on, and this thing has taken off. I feel very fortunate, and I'm very happy to help the best I can to help calm people down. So it was interesting, as I was driving in here, I got some hits, so I'm going to tell you about that. And I also want to tell you that Sedona that went up yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah, it was actually, it was 24 hours and it pretty much sold out. So, whoa. So that was beautiful. So thank you guys for that. But I got some hits from my guides. And this is going to bother me, though, that noise in the background. So let's take an intermission. My sister sent me this. There's a guy on here, Special Ops, that has the best way to defend yourself in case of a knife attack.
What's up, guys? Mr. Obnoxious, Special Forces Navy SEAL Ranger here to show you a couple knife defenses. One in particular. Now, I'm just going to go full speed on this. So pay attention and hope you learn something. Good.
Hysterical, because she said, like, the intro was like, you got to watch this knife attack. Bet this guy tells you how to beat it. So listen, I've got some serious stuff to tell you, and you don't know I'm putting you on pause, but I can't do it with this noise, so I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, it's at a distance now. So anyway, so I was driving in, first of all, in Grace, because the whole YouTube thing, it's interesting because like I told you, I didn't even monetize it for a time because I didn't know you could. I didn't know how. I'm very rinky-dink. I'm not a professional. I don't have lighting. I just set up my camera, or I do it on my computer at home. It's very easy. That's why I like YouTube, setting it up and doing it. But I want you to know that my guides on the way over here were telling me that we're actually getting too chaotic again. Because they do this to me a lot. And they do this sometimes when I'm reading someone. And what that is saying, you know what, you're thinking too much. So what's happening is there's just so much bull going on. So much stuff. It's like, you got to be kidding me. Just said that we have to bring ourselves back in. Now, if I could bottle this energy that I get, because I'm guilty too, Your Honor, guilty. Because I just, like, if I'm on Twitter or something and he says those stupid things, I say, leave office, go. I have this one particular picture of the White House in a fog with the guy from The Exorcist coming up, the guy with the black coat getting ready to clean it out. And there was somebody on the Democratic thing that also talked about that. But the money situation in both Democrat and Republicans is not that good. It's corrupt, corrosive, corrupting. That's what they said to me. And not to worry, because they showed me peace coming in. So if you could just feel what I feel, and you can, if you try to be awake, just try to be alert. Just breathe and try not to think of nothing, or as Eckhart Tolle says, no thing. Just energetically stand in that realm and allow them to work through you. Because you know, Jesus didn't have a master's in theological, can't even say it. Jesus didn't have a master's, or he didn't have an education, but that man was so connected. He was connected and he spoke words of great wisdom. He was connected to the God source, and that God source always lets me know everything's going to be okay. So I just want you to know we are going to witness some more. And as much as I love my Rachel Maddow and stuff, somebody told me her numbers are going down. But that's okay, because maybe we need to turn off the TV for a bit and not allow. It's like we're on every single event that occurs. And I get manic stages with people writing me, Linda, tell us blah, blah, blah. You know, tell us this, tell us that. And even the Epstein thing. This man was a horrible man. And it's still going to pan out and justice will be served. But the most important thing I saw on my way in here is justice for those immigrant children. Now, somebody wrote me and said, Linda, what you said is true, which is not me. I said it, it's them. But yes, they're beginning process. I see other countries suing us because of the things that are getting ready to come up. But, you know, there was a 7-year-old boy just on the news today that was taken from his father and put in a foster home and was sexually molested for quite a number of times. And this is on us, you guys. Now, how can you can't physically change it, but you can spiritually, mentally change it. You can go into that source, that beautiful space. It's almost like you're looking at a beautiful vista, and you can energetically breathe 3 deep breaths and then just go in love. And you know, we can't look at Trump. As we look at him with anger, we go into a state of resistance. Just look at Trump and just say, you know, your time is no more. You need to go. Thank the universe for the lesson we learned and say he's going to go. Because I'm going to tell you something right now. And I think the Democrats will really be on this. But I'm feeling that they're going to definitely say he was not a legitimate president. Which means they're going to remove everybody. Remember, Maddow was talking about those horrible judges and favors he's doing for people. All of it gone. I don't care, lifetime. All of it gone. Well, remember, he came in saying, I don't care what the protocol is. I'm going to do it this way. I don't care that my kids wouldn't pass background check. They're going to get, you know, top of the line. His wife, she's a Einstein genius. She's an illegal, which is fine, you know, but all of this is going to change because they fast forward me. Although I do see some bombs going off, not in the United States, but there's some war coming up. But all of this is telling me, what they're showing me is like it's almost like Germany did after Hitler. They'll never go there again. They'll never go there again. So it's like we've learned our lesson and we'll make sure that this never happens again. This I can assure you. And don't write me, oh my God, such and such psychic said he's going to win. He's not going to win. I can't even begin to tell you how come I'm so sure, but if anything else I've told you has been true, just know that his numbers are even less than what they're trying to portray. So the economy is getting ready to flux. Now, it won't be the crash in 2008, but it's almost like that's the only thing he has to hold on to. And the powers over there that be will take care of it. Don't forget to pray, because even I was just watching a show the other day. Do you remember that Jerusalem was having a 5-year drought? Horrible. And Israel, and they prayed. They did a bunch of praying, had everybody come forward. My tribe does rain dances that work. So just concentrate on him going, but don't do it from hate or angst. Do it from love. And I know that sounds crazy, because somebody on Twitter wrote, well, are you going to forgive those people, you know, after Trump goes? Are you going to, you know, and basically what I heard was those words, you know, forgive them, Father, they know not what they do. So let me tell you, those Trumpsters, even though they're misguided, but God forbid anything came into this United States of America to harm us, they would be the ones that could fight. Not that we can't fight, but they would be the ones to stop it. The only thing is they live off negative. So it's like I see a lizard's tongue, and you know, Trump throws stuff out there and they're sucking it up. So we can only pray for their souls, that they get well. And shame on Trump. You know, families are torn apart. He doesn't care. He does not care. He's not conscious. And let me tell you something else. To go over there when you transfer, it is way easier if you're conscious. So by being conscious means trying not to think so much, trying not to investigate. You know, our mind is always going, and that's part of the human condition, will be the spiritual condition, which is be in the light, and the light will heal you and set you free from all this madness. So they did this to me, which means, Linda, you need to tell folks to calm down. I've done this occasionally with you guys. So yeah, I'm not going to really be watching, like right now, I might turn on the first few minutes of Rachel, but I'm not doing Lawrence. I can't, how do I tell you this? I can't watch Trump. When they show bits and pieces, even though it's outrageous lies, it causes a physical. So he's very unhealthy energetically. So I just can tell you that. I just know he's going, and it's almost like just don't even look. Don't even look. Let it be. But you pray that we will be whole again, and we will. And I know it sounds crazy, but we have to be thankful for the lesson we learned. So as painful as it is, for me it was breast cancer, I actually thanked him and I said, if I need to go, I'll go. And that's when my boom, enlightenment occurred. It was like I no longer held on like this. And once I let go, energetically it lifted me. So anyway, okay, so I wanted to look at the economy because they were showing me that the economy is still going to go through a flux. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you that they showed me. They showed me this big table, like a cherry wood table. And it's not in the White House, someplace else, but big names, big money names, big people were there who, you know, money runs us right now. That's going to change, but right now money is the whole game. And they're talking about Trump, and I feel they're very concerned, and I can see them talking amongst themselves and like, what are we going to do with this guy? Because I'll tell you, the economy thing and the things he says on Twitter, it's causing this flux. They look at him like, you know, now he's affecting their money, and then they're not happy with it. So, and you know, saying that thing about Israel. But, you know, it's okay for the Russian oligarchs that were condemned from coming to the United States. They can come back, even go to the White House. That's okay. So, let's look at the economy. Let's look at the economy. That's a huge factor. Money is a huge factor with Trump. And I believe information's coming out that basically will say, because I don't care what sexual misconduct you put up there. I'm sorry to tell you guys this. You know, raping 13-year-olds or whatever they said it was. That is not part of the program with him, because his people will say it's, you know, fake news. So don't even try. This will be resolved, but don't even think any kind of sexual thing is going to take him down. It won't. But monetary things will take him down. Because they'll be able to show that, you know. They'll show either the market starts fluctuating, or we see his IRS statements that he had no problem giving us. He's in a panic right now. He knows that he's kind of cornered. So let's see. What can I tell everybody? So, you know, we get detailed, and maybe I won't be on YouTube as much. Only because, you know, sometimes it's not good to keep going over the same thing. The economy, it's going to go upside down, okay? Our youth is going to save us, you guys. The youth of this nation is going to save us. But what happened is world economy is also crashing. But it's not a crash. It's not like, I'm telling you, it's something that we're going to be okay. But it's enough to make Trump look stupid. Because right now we're in over $1 billion debt. And it just keeps growing. The biggest debt we've ever, the biggest ever, bigly. Oops, I'm making fun of him again. So sorry. So that the economy is a great factor of what's going to bring Trump down. The economy as well as his own financial. We can talk till we're blue in the face about those poor kids. Let's see justice for the kids. It's almost like I heard, just tell everybody we got this. So I know that, but in the meantime, babies are being hurt. Tell me about the children. Like this thing with the guy that hung himself. His name isn't in my head, and I do not get him. And maybe I don't want to get him. I just energetically. But remember, when you cross over, you're nothing like you were. You're in total love. So those who didn't really know total love have a real hard time because I saw him like a blob, like a ball. And sometimes that's because there's too much light. You know, like a vampire. It's like, get me out of the light. So it's healing, but it can be painful. Okay, so tell me what I can tell everybody about those babies. The world is laughing at us. They're laughing at Trump. He gets those love letters from Kim, and he's talking about, oh, I got this beautiful letter. All you gotta do is schmooze him, and he's in your pocket. And I told you, Putin doesn't even like him. Oh, I want to look at Russia because that nuclear thing was big. Remember I saw an explosion? But I saw sailors. I saw American lives lost on foreign soil. I will tell you that's going to occur, but I'm not sure when. Okay, don't worry, you guys. It's going to take maybe a total of 8 years. There's a particular woman that's going to really work on this. But there's damage beyond, you know, this is when we need to teach our children about trying to stay out of the body, be energetically connected to source. But when they're little like that, that's bull. They'll always be frightened. It's like post-traumatic stress. So yeah, there is some really deep, dark things going on. And I'm going to tell you when it starts coming out. But it's after he's gone already. But it's like they sold kids or something. Trump is not conscious. So it's not necessarily that Trump wanted this. It's almost like the people that are making money off the government have some sly, like look at the foster family that's molesting that child. Do you see what I'm saying? It's almost like just hand me the money and I don't want the details. So that's what I see. Okay. So the kids, justice will be served. It might take 8 years. I'm so sorry, but it's going to take a while. Okay, so, but I saw the youth, our youth now, what they're going to do is money can be important, but also they're going to create more of a well-being where everybody has an opportunity. Okay, oh God. Hold on. There's going to be a heavy-duty virus coming out. God, don't you just love good news? Feels like it's not in the United States as much as it's in Europe. There's a heavy-duty virus coming out. I don't know why they showed me that. I saw the people with the masks and all that. they're coming up with a cure for Ebola. So I don't know what this is, but something new is coming on the market. Like, you know, it's like, whoa. People will have to stop with this madness and be in well-being and allow what the universe needs for them. Okay, so I don't know why that came. Sorry, you guys, I'm just giving you a hit. Illness. Children. Economy. Okay. Oh, listen, I pulled a name the beginning of this month for a free 30-minute reading, and it was a name that this woman contacted me, and it sounded like hers, but the last name was different. And I've not heard from the person it's on one of the videos. So this lady that contacted me, contact me again, because I get a feeling maybe it's you, but the name got picked out wrong. So, okay. Now, what can I tell? And listen, if I was supposed to talk to you or if I'm supposed to do something, there's only so much other people can do for me. So, write again. You're not bugging. Write again. Okay. I mean, I have help, but, you know, they can't represent what I would say. So I like to take care of my peoples myself as best as I can. Okay, where were we going? We did the economy, children, and illness. And there was something I wanted to look at the world. I think this Russia thing. Tell me about this nuclear, because I feel people, remember I told you, the Russian people were going to be against Putin. And I'm feeling like, it's like that conversation at that table where they're talking about Trump and how he's a liability and what do we do next? Or do we get someone else in there to run against him? Now I'm feeling they're looking at Putin the same way. Because people are getting hurt and they're a little tired of being restricted like they are. Tell me about this nuclear explosion in Russia. Somebody's showing me that it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. He's pissed. And of course, Trump doesn't have a word about it. You like the Hong Kong thing? He's fine. No problem. Go ahead, hurt people. It's fine. That's who he is. It's very bad for his soul. You think they're getting away with it, but they're not. Yeah, people are getting sick. People are getting hurt. It's actually turning things upside down. There's a battle, internal battle going on, and they blew it on that one. But they want to do that poo-poo thing like they do with Chernobyl, you know, nothing to see here. But it's going to keep going, and I see investigators, people coming in, talking about the damage. There's damage here, and it's on them. And I see, like, Putin might have to pay. Like, somebody may take him out. Something's going to happen where they say, you know what, you're a liability. You're allowing these people. It's like he wants this, like the North Korea thing. They want this powerful weapons. And then when they screw up, all of us pay. Okay, so I did Putin. Don't worry, I've told you before. Last year, I think it was 2 years. I think he's got another year, if that. I feel shock and awe, so I think he'll be taken out. By taken out doesn't have to be physical death. I mean, I think they're going to say, you're no longer in charge. We're going to, like, maybe even the military turns against him. For some reason, they want me to talk about Trump. Not that I want to do that, but they want me to tell you. What do I tell everybody? I just heard it very clear. He's going. He's not going to be there today. You know, but he caused a lot of damage economically with all those people in there. They know the other shoe's going to fall. They're frightened of him. He's like a bully. I don't like bullies. What do you want everybody to know about Trump? I have my Morgan Greer cards today. Yeah, the money situation's going to go reversed, okay? He's still going to lie. He's a huge disappointment to everybody. His communication is off. Well, by September, we may have a wish come true. Unless that's him having a wish come true. In September, something as prophesized is getting ready to happen. So that's interesting. And if you think about it, Congress comes back at the end of this month. Anyway, or the first week of September. So it's almost like boom, boom, boom. Like that Corey guy is supposed to testify, and I see. Did you see? Didn't I say that they were gonna try to prevent him, even though he never worked in the Trump administration? They're trying to claim privilege. And no, he can't talk to you. He can't talk to anybody, and we can't see his taxes. So let's look real quick. So it's a wish come true. So what exactly do you mean? Is it a wish for us, or is it a wish for him? I'm so sorry, you guys. I see more explosions. Before I saw volcanoes, I can tell the difference. And we had 2 significant volcano eruptions. And then right now I'm seeing like that Russia thing. But it doesn't feel like nuclear. It feels like an explosion. Okay. My guy just said, Linda, there will be more terrorist action taking place. It's like this darkness, like these caves, and people are coming out of the caves. It's not just white nationalist kind of energy. It's something else. I see the news again. I get that, where everything stops. Years ago when I was working labor and delivery, I told everybody there, something big is getting ready to happen. I wasn't like this, I didn't read all the time. And they said, yeah, and I said, yeah, it's going to be on every news station, and I see it lasting at least a year, and we'll be sick of it. But I'm telling you, it's news. And that was the OJ thing. Within the week that happened. So now I'm seeing like breaking news again. And remember, I saw that death in the White House, and I'm wondering now, was it Epstein? Was that, that affected the White House? Or made everybody suspicious? There's even Hollywood names on that. That's coming into the light, so that can't be stopped. Okay. What can you tell me about breaking news and the 9 of Cups? What's going to make us so happy? Just give me a hint. What's going to make us so happy? Well, it's kind of big, and it's going to blow everybody out of the water. I don't know, you guys. It looks like it has to do with money. It has to do with money and bad news after bad news. I see somebody offering Trump a deal to go, but I don't see him going so soon. He's trying to hold on. We even get sympathy from outside energies, from other people. It looks terrible initially, and it's like, holy crap, but it changes the awakening of the United States. So it's almost like 9/11. You know how that kind of changed us energetically? It's good not to be frightened, but that love your country kind of, God, that kind of thing. It's a shame the Bushes believed that vice president, because that started a war that didn't need to be started. So they want you to know that whatever this is, and it looks huge, actually turns around for the better. So whatever this is, you'll know what I'm talking about. Somebody just said to me, Epstein, more stuff is coming out. More people are going to be announced. So I think there's a lot of shock and awe there. What can I tell everybody? Okay, so last but not least, What can you tell me? What do you want everybody to know? I'm not even going to get into that Greenland thing. He's a joke. People are laughing. What can you tell me? Last but not least, what do you want everybody to know? Be whole. Be whole as your Father in heaven is whole. Whether you believe, whatever spiritual thing you believe. We are one. So remember, as you turn against your neighbor, you turn against yourself. So what you can do to survive all this is just not allow those naysayers. Block it. Block it. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to turn the TV on. Just stand in your well-being. Be in grace for what you have. And just say, you know, thank you. We've learned our lesson. Now could you kindly help us help ourselves, you know? Give us a chance to get in there and do this right. What is it you want me to know? What is it you want me to know? But I see an explosion, another one. This is going to change. They want you to know that this too will pass. And justice will be served. There's well-being. The bird of paradise is sitting on everybody's shoulder, but we paid the price. This has collectively changed our consciousness, family against family, friends against friends. But all this is part of what the game plan was. So be in faith. Know that this too shall pass. So that's what I got to tell you. I don't mean to be standing on a soapbox, you guys, but it's going to be good. Don't forget 3 deep breaths. And then remember, the more you're conscious, like if I could bottle this up and give it to you to suck on, it's like when I go into that realm, I'm like high as a kite. It's amazing. And so that vibration that you maintain makes your prayers be answered faster. So if you wish for peace energetically, if we all could do this, we'll bring peace faster. So that's the part, because see, we're falling in the play of him, and we're all in strife, and we're going into a state of resistance. Now, we need to let him go. Say, you know, try not to go to the hate part. Just say, be on your way, sir. Now, don't worry about it. We got this. We'll clean it up. What's your face say? If I became president, first thing I'd do is get the Clorox. I like, right on, girlfriend. Okay, so it's not that far away, okay? That I can tell you. Time-wise, I can feel that it's getting closer, like justice will be served. But those babies are going to be, they did not die in vain, and they did not get hurt in vain. And I just see a whole, like we're going to just bring light to everything. So that's why we can't do this anymore. Get out of your head, everybody. That's the main thing. Ciao.